I've been using a few different potting mixes to put the seedlings in, and there seems to be quite a variance in the type of potting mix. Like this one, whatever it is very loose and dries out very quickly. So I don't think it's particularly good. I'm not sure, I haven't tested any of them. But there's also in here, there's one of these that maybe I've planted it out already, but it got very dry very quickly as well. So I've watered this morning, so it's a bit hard to tell. Chickens. Yeah, so this one here again is that one that dries out very quickly. Whereas this one here is much richer soil. So anyway, I've been buying all of these from a well-known Australian hardware store. So I've gone out and got 5 different bags. I know I've used this one in there, and I know I've used that one in there. I just don't remember which ones are which, so I'm going to do a proper test on these. Have 5 pots with the same seedling in each to determine, well, under the conditions in my greenhouse, which one seems to be the better potting mix. I am going to use these larger pots, and I'll put 3 of these blackjack seeds, blackjack zucchini seeds in each one. That way they won't dry out as quickly, so you'll get a more consistent result across the potting mixes. And the zucchini, just because I know they are a very good grower. Prolific and easy to grow, it says on the packet, so we'll just see which one gives the best results with the soils. Quite a few very large chunks of wood in both of these ones. It's huge. Here we have the test subjects. So we have here the Garden Basic one, which was $4.54 a bag. We have the Seasol, which was $7.11 a bag. We have the RichGro, which was $10.11 a bag, and that had a lot of very large, you can even see it on the top, very large wood pieces in it, which I thought was a bit odd. We've got the Scott's Naturals, which was the most expensive one, which was $13.28. And we've got the Premium Osmocote, which is also a Scott's, at $12.13. So we'll check in on them each week for the next few weeks and see how they progress. So my potting mix experiment has been going for 10 days now. So we'll just go in and have a look and see how it's going. Temperature in here is currently 31, 33, 34, something like that. Here's our various soils. I need to swap these two around, I think, to match up with the pricing I've got on the wood. This is the $4.50 potting mix. The three have just come up today. These ones have just come up today as well. The Seasol, that's the second cheapest. Third one in there somewhere. The RichGro is going quite well. Scott's has just come up as well. And the Osmocote Premium looks pretty good too. But as you can sort of see, this one, it's quite dry compared to the others. These have still got moisture, like I watered this morning, and they're quite moist on the top still. This one, not so much. That's the Garden Basic, but you know, I've been watering each day and it's not far behind the others after 10 days, so we'll have a look in another few days. So while I'm out here, I'll just quickly show you what happens when you mix a slightly crazy golden retriever with an echidna. The echidna was in there and you just kept digging down to try and get it out. We weren't here, so we didn't see it happen, but the echidna we found under a tree over here the next day. But that's the hole she dug trying to get to him. She had a very sore nose for a while. Not the smartest efforts she's ever done, I must say. Hey? It's probably about a metre across, about half a metre deep. She was very keen to get that echidna. It has now been 2 weeks of my potting mix experiment. And we have the results here. As you can see, the Osmocote Premium is a much thicker stem, bigger plant. The Scott's not so good. Surprisingly, the RichGro, which was, I thought, very woody and probably wouldn't do very well, has also got nice thick stems and probably the second best looking one. Seasol, thinner stems, not as big, and the Garden Basic, as you can see, it's all sort of dry and woody, very dry. It dries out very quickly, this one. About the same as the Seasol, maybe not as good. But you know, at the end of the day, they all have come up reasonably well. But as you'd probably expect, the Osmocote Premium, the most expensive one, has grown the best. Well, under these conditions anyway. That's it for this experiment. Hope it helps.